Before I start discussing the Reds, I want to let you guys know that I filmed this video a couple weeks before opening day, so any information I talk about could change between now and opening day. It's once again baseball time in Cincinnati, and the Redlegs are set to play the Pittsburgh Pirates on opening day on April 6, 2015. So how will the season turn out? Will the Reds win their third division title in 6 years, or will it be another disappointment like the 2014 campaign? Allow me to explain. Let's start with how the National League Central Division looks. The St. Louis Cardinals are always contenders for not only division crown, but also the World Series. The Pittsburgh Pirates have undergone a renaissance over the last 2 seasons and are coming off back-to-back postseason appearances. The Milwaukee Brewers led the division for most of the year last season before collapsing in the end, and the Chicago Cubs have made off-season moves that on paper have them as World Series favorites. And then you have the Reds, who are coming off a terrible 2014 season. So what does this mean for the Redlegs, and how will they be able to shape up against this stacked National League Central Division? It means that if they want to have a shot at winning the NL Central crown, let alone make the playoffs, then they need to stay healthy. Last year, this team got bit massively by the injury bug, as stars like Jay Bruce, Joey Votto, and Brandon Phillips all wound up injured. Also hurt were emerging stars like Devin Mesoraco, who had a couple stints on the DL, and Billy Hamilton, who crashed his head into the wall while making a fantastic catch in center field that resulted in a concussion. The pitching rotation also had to deal with a number of injuries, as Bailey, Latos, and Cingrani all wound up hurt last year. This season, however, Latos is gone and Bailey had off-season surgery. Also gone is Alfredo Simon. It originally looked like Tony Cingrani would make his way back into the starting rotation, but he has since moved to the bullpen, and Iglesias has been named as a starter for now. Also named as starters are Marquis and DeScalfani. As of right now, the only locks for the starting rotation are Cueto, Leake, and Bailey whenever he returns. And the other 2 spots could be up for grabs for a while. Another factor this season will be the bullpen. Last year's relief pitching was awful. Guys like Logan Ondrusek and Sean Marshall had terrible seasons, and J.J. Hoover became the most hated man in Cincinnati after posting a win-loss record of 1 win and 10 losses. This year, however, Ondrusek is gone and Marshall had off-season surgery, so the Reds will be leaning on the bright few spots they had in the bullpen last year, like Jumbo Diaz, Sam LeCure, and their closer, Aroldis Chapman. If the bullpen can somehow resemble the form it had in 2012, then the Reds should be in pretty good shape. Aside from parting ways with Matt Latos and Alfredo Simon, the biggest move the Reds made this offseason was signing Marlon Byrd as their new left fielder. The hope is that Byrd will bring a big bat to bolster the Reds' offense, as he hit 25 home runs last season. He did, however, strike out 185 times last season. It also appears that the Reds are just using Byrd until Jesse Winker is developed enough to be called up from the minor league system to the big leagues. So how do I think the team will finish? Well, hope springs eternal in the beginning of the season, and I'm a die-hard Reds fan and an optimist, so obviously I'm going to ignore all the critics and the naysayers and say this team not only wins the NL Central crown, but also brings home the World Series. I predict the Reds will finish with a record of 95-67 and bring the Commissioner's Trophy home to the Queen City for the first time in 25 years. Go Redlegs!